Brodes Media.
And I'm emotionally exhausted. I definitely shed some tears. I definitely realized that, wow, a part of my life, growing up as a hockey player in this area, in the South Jersey area, my entire life basically has been the Claude GIroux era. And I know that there's idiots and there's morons out there that won't give him the respect that he deserves, and he will not be as loved as he should. Every city has their version of the one guy that doesn't get as much respect as they should get based off of their body of work. And I've come to terms that that's Claude GIroux. I'm done with the fight. I'm done screaming at people about it because inevitably he will be traded. He'll be in a different town, although I am hearing some rumors down the lane here that don't rule out Claude GIroux coming back at some point after whatever happens when it comes to the postseason and all. But that's more for another date, even when we wonder what the compensation's going to be and who the Flyers are going to get back in return. And it seems like there's some whispers that we're thinking of Florida and some players from their organization and whatnot. But really, I mean, this season has been hostile. This season has been toxic. And we've been screaming at the front office and screaming at Dave Scott and having all these embarrassing moments occur where when Rick Tocchet and Homer, right, they get all their things figured out and there's a big ceremony, they butcher it. They botch it. Ed Snyder's birthday, nobody plays any sort of tribute on the Jumbotron throughout the entire game. That's absolutely pathetic. So I'm bringing up these examples for you because we know this season was probably the most disconnected a fan base has felt with a Flyers organization, maybe possibly ever. And they got tonight right. And the fans there got tonight right. This Claude GIroux episode that we witnessed today, I had goosebumps when he lifted his stick to the crowd afterwards when they won 5-4. Awesome comeback win. McEwen with the fight to lift the whole entire place up because they were going outrageous. It was so damn loud. Seconds after that, Travis Sanheim finds the biscuit in the slot. He puts it on net. They take the lead. And this was a traditional Flyers game where they end up losing leads. And it looks like the Predators just take the game away and take it out of the Flyers' control. But there was a different sense of urgency tonight, and you could just feel it throughout. That was so damn fun, and this season hasn't been. So this moment stands out so much more than everything else so far this season, and it was just a beautiful moment. It really was, and I just honestly sat there with March Madness on, and that was a big thing today throughout. I got the 3 TVs in the man cave. It's been a while since I had all 3 remotes going as fast as they did today. Mute button here, mute button there, volume 3 TV. Let's go, bring that one up, and I'm nonstop on my toes. This is a big, big day in sports. If you don't have a good remote guy, you're absolutely boned. You're screwed. So here I am putting all my focus in making sure I ain't screwing up. And with all that happening and occurring, I'm glued and I got Jim Jackson on my volume as loud as possible. How is that so? Well, it's 28. Oh, the highlight packages. We all saw the Crosby play 10,000 times today where he lights up Sidney Crosby right at the blue line. And then moments later, they go down the ice and he just has a wicked wrister that goes posted in and the Wells Fargo Center erupted. Another part of me just misses the fact that that's what that building sounds like when hockey's good. And then there was another side of me that just remembered tonight, because I haven't put too much thought into this. When Claude GIroux does go to a different town and he's playing in playoff hockey, I am going to be actively rooting for whatever team he's on just as intense as if it was the Flyers. That's how bad. I thought I cried tonight. Okay, I thought that I was in my feelings tonight. I thought I was going to be playing sad Drake songs over and over and over again tonight. I don't know if my body could handle ever seeing him hoist Lord Stanley. I wouldn't be able to take it. Serious. I honestly don't think I would be able to take whatever that moment gives me. Feelings-wise, I'd probably collapse. But I know Florida or whatever team's out there. 7 o'clock, game 1? let's go Florida, right? Nonstop. I might go get jerseys and I might go get foam fingers and start doing Florida Panthers live streams post-game, just breaking down his shifts and what I liked in the corner. Some dirty work, putting pucks on net, getting pucks deep, F1 maybe a good F3 on a forecheck, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I'm going to lose my mind if that's the case. But all jokes aside, I have a team now. I don't want it to be this way. I just didn't process fully how much care I would have for a different opponent just based off of 28, because all season long, it's what's going on with this team, what's going on with this organization, and how are they going to fix it, and what's Chuck Fletcher's plan. So I haven't had that moment to digest it all. So if you want some positive after the painful season that we've been through, and you know what? There's something to be said, too. I know this falls 90th on the list of things to take away from tonight, but hearing Joel Farabee mention what the whole entire vibe was like tonight, there's reasons for young players to just take that type of stuff in. Look around and go, damn, I want this. I want to be that. And then guess what? In 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, we're all sitting here watching Joel Farabee experience something like this. And then he looks back and talks to the media and brings up, well, remember, when I was a young lad in this league, I was sitting on the bench and even had a big bingo in that night because of Kevin Hayes making a beautiful pass. And I thought Kevin Hayes had a little jump into his step. Now, I think clearly it's easier to do that tonight when everyone is buzzing and everyone seemed to be on 10 lines of cocaine, from the fan base to the broadcast to anyone in the stand, you name it. Every single person who was around that building tonight basically looked like they snorted 19 lines and went in. So tonight's one of those nights that it naturally occurs. There's no lying that I was feeling some type of way throughout. In the beginning, when he's with his son, when he's with his family, you're looking up at the Jumbotron, you're seeing videos on the Flyers Twitter, and it's behind the scenes, and Claude GIroux's getting interviewed, and all of it. It's so surreal. We're in the moment, so we just have all these sorts of angles of, you feel one way, you feel a different way. There's, 60,000 different emotions, so it's really hard to grasp it all. But now that the game's over and he gets the roar after the game and he's skating around, getting his lap, going off, the crowd erupts again. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And it'll be even stranger when we actually see him with a different uniform on, taking warm-ups with that orange beard, that orange, like that facial feature of the orange. It matches the orange and the black. So you get it down in Florida, it's just not going to look the same. Oh, man. Anyway, will he come back? I hope so. Lower cap hit, different role, third liner instead of a top six guy. I'm not anti that.
Dude, I am an emotional wreck right now. Emotional.
Yeah, I feel you,
Super
man. It hit me too, and there were just so many times of me thinking about when I was younger, playing hockey in my garage, and I had a GIroux jersey on, and you're practicing your backhand top shelf. You pretend you're the players out on the ice, and at one point you pretend you're Claude GIroux. I'm 12, 13, however old, I'm playing in the driveway. And yeah, man, it's crazy that part of our life, which was Flyers hockey. And I get it wasn't the most intense Flyers hockey run ever, but from an individual standpoint of connecting with Claude GIroux, it's still pretty crucial that he's no longer here after what we've been through.
Yeah, for people that basically just grow up watching this team, your age, my age, and younger, that's basically Claude GIroux was the mainstay of this team. That's basically all he is. He was the captain. He's the longest tenure captain. He's the second Flyer in history to go over 1,000 games. It's crazy to see that at this point it possibly is coming to an end. Now you're seeing all the rumors come out with Florida. It sounds like that's going to be the most likely team he's going to get traded to. At this point, it's just inevitable when it's going to happen.
Definitely. Now, how much are you locking and loaded in to a Florida Panthers run? Because I was mentioning a little bit earlier that if that is the case and he's moved to Florida, if it's Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we're having a post-game show at 9:30 to break down Flyers Carolina Hurricanes for 3 hours taking calls so we can watch Claude GIroux win a Stanley Cup. Are you right there with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Florida Panthers. I'm willing to see Claude GIroux lift that cup. I'm willing to see him and Joe Thornton. I want to see both of those two lift the cup for Florida.
Wow, that's a good point, Amadeo. Thanks, man. I didn't even process Joe Thornton. I didn't even think about Jumbo Joe, but that would be too much. Just as hockey fans, seriously, I'm supposed to sit there and just be cool, calm, and collected and pretend like this isn't affecting my life. If I'm able to see that play out.